Today, we're diving into a topic that affects us all, but we often leave to think about later: retirement. Have you stopped to reflect on how your financial life will be when you stop working? Well, many people avoid this subject, but the truth is that planning for retirement is like planting a tree. The best time to start was 20 years ago. The second best time? Right now. In this video, we'll share 9 transformative tips directly from those who are already on the other side. Retirees. These people have been through what you're going through now and have valuable insights to share. Let's learn from their experiences, mistakes, and successes so you can build a more peaceful and prosperous retirement. Are you interested in this topic? Then comment the word future below and I'll give you a heart when I see it. And if you can help the channel, leave a like and subscribe. It's quick and helps a lot. Thank you. Now that you've done that, let's continue. Tip number 1. Start as early as possible. The first and perhaps most important tip that retirees share is start as early as possible. Mrs. Mary, a 68-year-old retiree, says her biggest regret is not having started her planning earlier. "If I could go back in time, I'd start saving from my first paycheck," she says, and this makes perfect sense when we think about the power of compound interest. Have you ever imagined how a small amount invested today can turn into a fortune in the future? It's like a snowball rolling down a mountain. The earlier you start, the bigger it gets. Tip number 2. Diversify your investments. Mr. John, a 72-year-old former executive, learned the hard way the importance of not putting all eggs in one basket. "I concentrated all my investments in stocks of a single company. When it went bankrupt, I lost almost everything," he recalls. The lesson here is clear. Diversify your investments. Think of it as a varied menu for your financial health. Just as our body needs different nutrients, our investment portfolio benefits from different types of assets. This helps protect your wealth against market fluctuations. Tip number 3. Live below your means. Mrs. Sarah, a 65-year-old retired teacher, shares a secret that changed her financial life. "I always lived as if I earned less than I actually did," she says. This tip may seem counterintuitive in a world that encourages us to spend more and more, but it's extremely powerful. Living below your means is like creating a financial cushion that protects you from unforeseen events and allows you to invest more. Imagine your salary is like a pie. If you eat it all today, nothing is left for tomorrow. But if you save a slice, it will be there when you need it most. Tip number 4. Educate yourself financially. Mr. Charles, a 70-year-old retiree who worked as a mechanic, emphasizes the importance of financial education. "I never had finance classes in school, but I decided to learn on my own. It was the best decision I ever made," he states. In a world where money governs so many aspects of our lives, not knowing how it works is like driving a car without knowing traffic rules. You're bound to crash at some point. Dedicate time to learn about investments, taxes, financial planning. It's an investment in yourself that pays dividends throughout your life. Tip number 5. Be careful with debts. Mrs. Lucy, a 67-year-old retiree, shares a painful lesson. "I underestimated the impact of debts on my retirement. Interest is like a black hole that sucks your money." This is a crucial tip. Debts, especially high-cost ones like credit cards, can be a major obstacle to your retirement. Think of debts as a leak in a water bucket. No matter how much you put in, if the leak isn't fixed, the bucket will never fill up. Prioritize paying off debts and avoid taking on new ones, especially unnecessary ones. Tip number 6. Have a plan B. Mr. Peter, a 69-year-old former businessman, learned the importance of having a plan B the hard way. "I put all my chips in my business thinking it would be my retirement. When the company went bankrupt, I was left without ground," he says. This story teaches us that no matter how secure our income source seems, we should always have an alternative plan. It's like having an umbrella even on a sunny day. You hope not to need it, but if it rains, you'll be prepared. Consider having multiple income sources, learn new skills, stay updated in the job market. Tip number 7, invest in your health. Mrs. Emma, a 73-year-old retiree, shares a tip that many forget when thinking about retirement. Invest in your health as much as you invest in your portfolio. This is a truth we often neglect. What's the point of having a robust bank account if we don't have health to enjoy it? Taking care of health is like doing preventive maintenance on a car. It's much cheaper and more efficient to prevent problems than to fix them later. Regular exercise, healthy eating, and medical checkups are investments that pay dividends in quality of life during retirement. Tip number 8. Don't underestimate inflation. Mr. Robert, a 71-year-old retired accountant, warns, many people forget to consider inflation in retirement planning. It's a mistake that can cost dearly. Inflation is like a silent erosion of your purchasing power. Imagine you save $100 under the mattress today. In 20 years, those same $100 will buy much fewer things. That's why it's crucial to seek investments that at least keep up with inflation. Your investments need to grow not just in nominal value, but in real purchasing power. Tip number 9. Plan for a longer retirement than you imagine. Mrs. Betty, an 85-year-old widow, shares a reality that caught many by surprise. My husband and I planned our retirement to last until 75. Now, at 85, I realize we underestimated our longevity. With medical advances, we're living longer. This is great news, but it also presents a financial challenge. Plan to live to 100. It's better to have too much than too little, right? Think of your retirement as a marathon, not a 100-meter dash. Have you stopped to think about how these tips can apply to your life? How about reflecting on which one has caught your attention the most so far? The importance of flexibility. All the retirees we talk to emphasize the importance of being flexible in your planning. The world changes rapidly, and your retirement plan needs to adapt. It's like sailing a boat. You have a destination in mind, but you need to adjust the sails as the wind changes. Review your plan regularly, be open to new investment opportunities, and be able to adapt to economic and personal changes. Don't neglect the emotional aspect. An interesting point raised by several retirees is the importance of the emotional aspect of retirement. Many focus so much on the financial side that they forget to prepare emotionally for this new phase of life. It's like preparing for a big trip. You not only need the money, but you also need to be mentally prepared for the journey. Cultivate hobbies, stay socially active, and have a purpose beyond work. This will help make your retirement not only financially stable, but also emotionally rewarding. The importance of seeking professional guidance. Several retirees mentioned that they would have benefited from professional guidance earlier in their journeys. John, a 68-year-old former teacher, says, I thought I could do everything on my own, but a good financial planner would have saved me from many mistakes. Think of a financial planner as a personal trainer for your finances. They can create a personalized plan, help you stay focused, and make adjustments when necessary. The 4% rule. A strategy mentioned by some successful retirees is the famous 4% rule. This rule suggests that you can withdraw 4% of your assets in the first year of retirement and then adjust that amount for inflation in subsequent years with a good chance of not depleting your resources. It's like regulating the tap of a large water tank. You want the water to last as long as possible. Of course, this rule isn't perfect and may need adjustments according to your individual situation, but it offers a good starting point for planning. The importance of teaching financial education to the next generations. A recurring theme among retirees was the wish that they had learned about finances earlier and the desire to pass this knowledge on. Mrs. Sarah, 75, says, I teach my grandchildren about savings and investments from an early age. I don't want them to make the same mistakes I did. This is a powerful lesson. Financial knowledge is a valuable legacy we can leave for future generations. It's like planting a tree whose fruits will feed future generations. It's never too late to start. Finally, a message of hope shared by many retirees. It's never too late to start. Mr. Bob, who started planning his retirement at 50 and now at 72 lives comfortably, says, "Of course it would have been better to start earlier, but the important thing is to start. Every step counts." This message is crucial. No matter your age or current financial situation, you can always take steps to improve your financial future. It's like starting a diet or exercise program. The best time to start is now. Now, I want you to write in the comments the following positive affirmation. I deserve and will achieve a prosperous and peaceful retirement. Let's manifest this reality together. These 9 transformative tips from retirees show us that retirement planning goes far beyond simply saving money. It's about creating healthy financial habits, being flexible, taking care of health, seeking knowledge, and having a long-term vision. Remember, your retirement is a reflection of the decisions you make today. Every small action, every investment, every financial choice is a brick in building your future. What are you building? For those still here, congratulations, you have a success profile. Type "I stayed until the end" and I'll give you a special heart. If you like this content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Now on your screen are 2 special videos I prepared to help you make even more money. Choose one of them and start watching right now.